This past year has been filled with breathing new life into this hospital, and nothing speaks more directly to that than opening our birth center.
The community actually needed this service for a long time. And it's been over 2 years now we didn't have service in this hospital.
For the community, this has been their major push. Ever since we decided to open Tulare Adventist Health, they have been asking and asking and asking for OB.
When you're coming in to have a baby and that baby is born here, then it's going to grow up here and get all of its care here. It's going to get pediatric care. It's going to know that Adventist Health takes really good care of the patients from the get-go. And then the first experience of having that baby is so wonderful that they'll want to come back because they know how well they were taken care of here is also going to translate into anywhere else they might need to go.
I was born March 9th, 1951, which gives you an idea of just how old I am. And my mother always told me that I was the third baby born here at Tulare District Hospital.
So all of my family was born here, starting with my son Eric, as well as Ashley. Also their children, they also were born here. The youngest of the family, Luca, is 6 weeks old, so he was obviously not born here, unfortunately. It would have been amazing if he had been.
My son was born here, Stephen, and then
My 2 daughters were born here as well. Between the two, we lived about same 5 minutes away, so it was quick to get my wife here. For my third, it was about 15-minute drive.
You've got all these family members that want to participate in that joy. They have to go to another community.
And a lot of them probably have attachment to this town, this hospital, and would have loved to keep the generations going, being born here. And unfortunately, they didn't have that option. So it's good to have it back again so they can say that, you know, most of their family was born here, which would be a great thing.
And this little guy, his name is Maximilian. I wish the hospital would have been open because I would have been closer, and of course the commute would have been a lot shorter. Nicole lives probably about 5 minutes from the hospital?
Probably even less than that.
Even less than
just
that.
around the corner.
Because, you know, with our kids, we had just the hecticness. Like, my last child was born in Visalia, so just that we had to worry about where we're going to drop off the kids, and first we got to go do this before we even go to the hospital, so it was hectic.
I think this is going to bring a home back to Tulare residents. If they can have their babies here and start off on a good foot, then I think that'll continue throughout the years.
So the Bible said that God predestined, that He fashioned and prepared our days here on earth. And to know that Adventist Health Tulare will be participating in God's plan, to know that many will begin their journey here in this hospital is an awesome thought.
I have seen a very significant improvement. There is over $1 million invested in this department alone. We have new equipment for the neonatology service and also for OB service, so I'm very encouraged.
They can expect great hospitality from our nurses, our doctors, every staff, from security to the people who come in and clean their rooms. The nurses here they can't wait for the babies to come. Out of everything that's happening here in Tulare, I think the babies is going to be the most important thing that they're looking forward to.
We loved hearing that little chime that we would hear that was like the lullaby and stuff. That was always fun to know, oh, that's another baby being born. So it will be nice to hear that sound again, knowing that we had especially when we have the first one, that'll be real exciting.
There have been generations of families born here. Those families are excited to have those legacies continue, and we are really excited to be a partner with them in making that happen.
I encourage the entire community to utilize the services. I think they will be pleasantly surprised. Anytime they come in here, it's entirely different atmosphere.
I'm so excited. It's funny because I almost feel like I'm having a baby. Like, I feel like this is a labor process for me, which is funny. We started with the very beginning and the conceptual part of it and just thinking how this was gonna work, and now we're at the very tail end of it where you can see, you know, it's almost like when the nursery's decorated and you're just waiting for the baby to come. It's kind of the same here.
Just to see patients walking up and down the halls with their babies is probably what I'm looking forward to the most, to see these halls filled with patients and nurses.
The community has now come back. So it's an exciting time for not only Adventist Health Tulare, but also the city.
It is just a tremendous that OB is now opening up for the moms and for the families. Anything that's close to home is greatly appreciated.
It's said that a baby brings love to the world. It makes the days shorter and the nights longer, the savings a little bit lighter, and it fills a home with love. And we're just very excited to have that begin here again in this Tulare community.